I'm going to say it straight away in January. In 2024, I want to make over 35,000, if not 40,000 online in bed. Now, I don't necessarily mean in bed, but I mean that's the way that I am able to do it. I can do it in bed, I can do it on the chair, I can do it in the park. It doesn't matter where it is. I want to make this money in a way where I don't need to have to go to work. Now, bear in mind, guys, I'm someone who talks from experience. Remember, in 2023, I've made well over £22,000 just by selling on eBay, and that's only one of the businesses that I've spoken about here on the channel. So I think this is something which I absolutely can achieve, but I want to speak about how I'm going to do this, why I'm going to do this, and how you guys can do it too. But on that note, let me mention a few things. First things first, I recommend that you subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see how to make more money. I speak about all different sorts of business ideas, I share my experiences, and I also share my findings with new businesses which I try about every month at the shortest. I try new ideas as frequently as I can, so if you want to see that, do subscribe. On top of that, I recommend that you click the link in the description. I have a Discord server now. Currently it is free, but it will be becoming paid after probably about 25 members. But for now, you get the opportunity to access a lot of free stuff. You get to chat personally with me and a lot of the people who are in there. And we're trying to build a community where people care about their financial future and help to build a better future for themselves. Anyway, let's get into the topic now and speak about how I want to make so much money online. Now, as I just touched upon at the beginning of the video, I do have a bit of experience in this matter. I've had multiple streams of income for quite some time now, and I'm always experimenting with new ideas. But 2023 has been a year where this really took off. In 2023, I started up this YouTube channel, but I also started up 2 reselling businesses. These were on eBay and Etsy. Now, the Etsy business still requires quite a lot of development, and I will say that's from personal neglect. I've not cared about it as much as I should. But also, I've got a lot of stuff to manage, but 2024, I want to see this business really take off. But anyway, I made about £500 in my first month selling on Etsy, and in my first month selling on eBay, I think it was closer to over £1,000. Now, in 2023 total, I probably made about, £23,000 on these 2 channels, and I believe that I can grow this even more in the future. Now, I've given a lot of advice in the past on how I would grow an eBay channel and how I would grow an Etsy channel, but that's just 2 of the methods that I aim to grow this year, and I'd recommend that anybody start selling on eBay or Etsy and Amazon as well if you want to build an easy stream of income. I aim for a minimum of £10 profit per item, and I want to sell by the end of the year maybe 300 to 500 items per month. I think that works out to a point where I can start making a really sizable amount of profit. I've seen these figures close before, but ever since I had to restart my eBay sales channel, it's been a bit of a slow grind up, but I'm slowly getting there, and even in the past month I've made well over £3,000 in revenue on this business. But I want to grow this to the next level, and this is going to require a lot of work from me. Right now on this channel I'm listing well over 5 to 10 items a day, and even more on some days, because I have to get my selling limits increased all the time. I'm not going to say it's a hard amount of work to do at all, it's not, it's easy. It's much easier than any job that I can imagine, but it's going to require me to step this up a lot this year. And I just want to give you guys an update as to how I'm going to do this. So again, it's going to be more listings, it's going to be more growth, and it's going to be higher priced items with higher profit margins. And that's just how I'm going to carry on with eBay. I aim to just do the same stuff, do it better, do it more efficiently, keep building up my customer reviews, keep building up my product inventory, and hopefully build a business which is a massive success. Now, that's not the only channel that I want to build an income on this year. I want to continue to expand upon my Etsy income portfolio, because right now that's not the best really. In the past month I've made about £200 on there, and that's because I've let it die off since the first month. I will admit that's my own failure, but it's because I've been so busy with all of my other businesses. But if I keep this going and keep this growing into the future, there's no reason why I couldn't get this up to a channel that's making about £1,000 a month in revenue or more, and that's one thing that I really want to expand upon this year. But that's not all, because whilst these are 2 great income streams, I can do a lot better than this, and you guys have a lot of opportunities, because whether you want to make tens of thousands a month or a year like me, or even if you just want to make a couple of extra hundred on the side, there's other side hustles that you can try. One thing that I tried in 2023, and whilst I didn't make any sales with it, I realised it gave me a lot of exposure, which was a lot of sales potential, and that was selling on Fiverr. Now, Fiverr, for those who do not know, is a platform where you don't necessarily sell a product, but you sell a service. So I was starting out by selling logo design, and I didn't get any sales, but I got a lot of interest, a lot of inquiries into my product. Now, I realised by the end of the experiment, and you can watch the whole series of the experiment on this YouTube channel, it didn't really make much sense for me to spend the time making logos when I could do easier stuff like listing on eBay, and then once the eBay listing is done, I can just collect money from that and just process the orders. Whereas with Fiverr, it's maybe like 20 minutes to create every single logo. So to make the same amount of money, it was going to be a lot harder. So it was at this reason I decided to stop selling on Fiverr. However, I think in 2024, if I start drop servicing on Fiverr, it will give me the opportunity to do the same thing that I do on eBay, where I don't necessarily have to produce a product. I can do it a lot quicker because of that. I can stock a lot more services, giving me a lot more revenue potential. And if I'm just the administrator over this will give me a great opportunity to build a business which is fairly passive and doesn't require much work. So I aim to add this on the side of my current businesses, but I need to find the time to get this started. And on top of that, I'm starting to think about going back onto Amazon. Now, for those who do not know, I tried Amazon very briefly. I didn't try it for as long as I should, I will admit that. And I just found it to be a very difficult sales channel. So I thought at the time, whilst my eBay was in the process of being built up, it just made more sense to focus on one sales channel and do it correctly. Now, where I stand right now, I do have eBay built up. I do have an Etsy portfolio that's fairly good. And I think I'm at a point where I can get back into Amazon, or I will be in the next few months. So that gives me a few streams of revenue right there, and I think that'll be enough to get me well over that 30 or 35,000 amount that I want to make this year in terms of revenue at least. Now, also, there's been a few different opportunities that I didn't expect to arise this year, and I will say that. So this YouTube channel is starting to grow at an alarmingly fast rate. Now, I hope this continues, and I hope you guys continue to support it, but I will not lie, I've always said this, YouTube is a great source of making income. And I've said this before about this channel and the channels that I've had in the past. I have no problem saying that I would love to make money on YouTube. And that could be another great stream of income. Bear in mind, unlike selling on eBay or Etsy, for example, there is no overheads really to running this YouTube channel. I might buy the odd bit of equipment here and pay for the editing software, but that's really it. And with that being said, I want to create a business here which is very profitable. Now, on top of that, as I said, the Discord server is something which I also want to make an income stream, because I think that there's a lot of value that I can provide to people, and I genuinely do believe that's the case. Like, if you follow the steps that I have taken on eBay, at the £20 a month price point, you could make that money back very, very quickly, and more. So that's what I'm going to be doing this year, and that's how I'm going to be making probably over £30,000. Now, I can't say for sure, because, you know, a lot of things may change, but that's how I'm on track, let's say, at the moment, to make up to, if not over, £30,000 or £35,000 in 2024. Now, there's going to be a few challenges that are going to present themselves, I will say that. The first thing that I've immediately noticed already is the workload. Bear in mind, I spend maybe an hour on eBay, or maybe 2 on a bad day. I might spend an hour on Etsy. I might spend an hour or 2 a day creating these YouTube videos. That's already quite a lot of my time, and obviously I'm a student as well, and you could say, well, just work harder. But the whole reason why I started my first businesses is because I don't want to work that hard. And I don't say that in a lazy way. I think that the point in life is to be enjoyed. So if I'm spending every single hour working, I might as well just have a part-time job or a full-time job. My ambition is to create an income, but also create a lifestyle that I enjoy. And I want to show you guys how it can be done. So what I'm thinking is, in 2024, I may have to start to automate a good few of my businesses. Now, how am I going to do this? Well, I think at the minute, the method that I'm looking at, and this is not set in stone, but is maybe hiring VR workers or, virtual assistants to do a lot of the work for me. Because, again, if I can pay them a fair wage, but also not hinder my profits very much, I will actually be able to make more off that, because say I automate my eBay business completely, that's great, now that's just passive income, and on top of that I can take the time that I'd invest into that and create another stream of income, and another and another and another, until I've got a business empire that's making me hopefully not 30,000 a year, but 30,000 a month or a week. That's a long way away, but I just want to keep you guys updated in my plans. I want to be transparent with you guys and honest, and I want to share my ambitions with you to show you guys what I can do and what you can do as well. So I think 2024 is set to be a good year, and I want to share it with you. So if you enjoy channels like this, if you enjoy videos like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. But goodbye for now, and I hope to see you soon.